Okay, an update on my smart load controller. I have abandoned the touchscreen little interface for that little 3x4 inch touchscreen. It's just too tedious to design a new graphics every time you wanted to change anything. So I'm opting to go to a web-based. You just pull this up with your web browser. Let's see, 21 kilowatts, is that right? Let's go, yeah, 21 kilowatts. Let's go see what, 20 and a half. So yeah, that's dead on. So let's see. Now that was the, this is the, what I call the monitor page. And it just kind of, it gets updated every 30 seconds. And it tells you the basics. State of charge is 78%. This is what time it's online. So that was the monitor page. This is the administration page. This is where you would set up your load and the parameters for turning the load on and off. When your PV reaches 1,000 watts, and you can change that. When it reaches this number, it will turn on as long as the state of charge is whatever this number is. So I can set this down to 59. So if PV reaches 1,009 watts and the state of charge is 59% and the grid is on, turn on the load. You can. This is a requirement for, say you don't want to run your battery completely dead, so require that the grid's on so that if it does go too low, you can charge it from the grid. That's the reason for this. So that's how you set up a load. And then when the power drops below this number, switch it back off. Or if state of charge drops below this number, turn the load off. So that's how you control the remote load. And the whole reason for this was me trying to control my Bitcoin miners. Because if, God forbid, I ever forgot to turn them off before I went to bed, because the 3,000 watt Bitcoin miners will suck a battery dry overnight. So anyhow, let's see. This is the page where you can add inverters to your system or delete the ones you don't want to include. I've got one master, a grid boss, and a slave. And if I want to add another one, and I've got a 6000 XP on this same network, so I can go ask this to, I know what its IP address and I know what its serial number is, so I could type that in right up here. That's it right there, and that's its address. I could add this device manually, but I'm going to go ahead and scan, because maybe you don't know the IP address or the serial number, so you just want to find out. So if I just press scan subnet and wait, it takes quite a while, because it's going to look at every device on the network and find out if it's an inverter or if it's not an inverter, it's not interested, and it'll skip it. But it will, when it's finished the scan, it will display them right here in this little box, and you pick the one that you want to add to your system. So I'll go ahead and do that, but I'm going to pause the video because it will take about 10 minutes. And there you go. I found 4 devices out there. This one is the master. This one is the slave. This is the grid boss. And this new guy here is the 6000 XP. Now I could have added him up here manually, or I found him. I can add him here, and I have to type in his role. He is a slave. And the reason I have the roll as part of this, because when you're tallying up like the state of charge, or you want to look at the state of charge, trust the master before you trust the slave. Anyhow, that's neither here nor there. Okay, so now I have, well, it's adding it right now, and it's added. And if I refresh this screen, now I've got 4 devices, current devices, and this guy here is really not part of my system, so I am going to delete it. And now I'm back to one master, one slave, and a grid boss. And that's pretty much it for right now. My next thing to do, right now my Wi-Fi credentials are hard-coded into the firmware, and I need to get rid of that and put in a method so that you can enter your Wi-Fi credentials and it will remember those. I think it's called a beacon, where it transmits an SSID. You connect to this device and tell him your Wi-Fi SSID and your Wi-Fi password, and then he will remember it from now on. And now when he wakes up, he will connect to your system and find your inverters, and that's the way that. So I've got to work on that. That's going to take me the rest of the day, I think. And that's pretty much how it works. Okay, so this is how this thing has evolved. This was the original. It's a 3x4" touchscreen, and it was a pane, a royal pane. That's what it looks like from the front. And then I got rid. This does not have a touchscreen, and it's much smaller. And then I've got this guy that's got an external antenna. I haven't tested this one at all yet. This one works. And then finally, this little tiny guy. I hope that this is the end product, but if not, this or this will fit nicely in the box that I've got ready for it. And this is Mama's dining room table, but it's also on my workbench. So this is the prototype. I can put a breaker in here, but it's not necessary. Whatever this thing powers, the line coming in should have a breaker attached to it. But anyhow, this is a 240 volt switch. This is a 110 volt switch. And I'm going to have 2 loads on this demo unit. It'll control a 240 volt load or a 110 volt load. Anyhow, it's fairly straightforward. The wiring and everything. I'll cut a 240 twist lock plug here, and a 110 volt outlet right there. So anyhow, that should demonstrate how it works, at least.